Welcome everyone. I'm here with Damon Ezekiel, the owner and principal optometrist for Ezekiel Eyes. Welcome, Damon.
Thank you, Lee. Thanks for the opportunity.
That's great. Tell me, you were recently elected president of the International Society of Contact Lens Specialists.
Yeah, that's correct, yeah.
Contact lenses have been in your family for a long time.
It has been. So I'm a third generation optometrist. I'm very lucky that to be where I am is really thanks to having a fantastic mentor. My father, Don, started Gelflex Laboratories. So when, being in Perth and so isolated, if he needed contact lenses, he would order them from the UK and wait weeks and weeks and weeks, get them, fit them, and then, oh my goodness, it didn't work. So he went to the UK, learned how to make a contact lens, bought the lathes, brought them back to Perth and started his own contact lens lab so he could make lenses quicker for his patients. So, when I went through university, I didn't fit, I was probably lucky to fit one patient with a rigid contact lens. And then I went and worked with my father, and he was the most amazing mentor that I learned how to fit a contact lens, a rigid contact lens. So there was the art and the science, and to learn how all these different aspects of a contact lens you can change to get the desired fit for that patient, whether it was a comfort fit or a vision improvement. So, I'm very privileged to have an amazing mentor like that, to learn the art and the science of what goes into a contact lens and what you can change to get the desired result for your patient.
It's amazing. To have that mentoring was incredible.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Spoilt. And that enabled me now to take that to the next level and pass that on to my patients.
Absolutely, that's incredible, and to be able to take patients on the journey and work with them to improve their quality of life, it must be really satisfying.
It's amazing that through university you learn the science of eyes and a little bit of contact lenses. I know the world has changed a lot, and optometry through university has changed a lot. But then, the basis I had to then take that, for Don to take me and then take me to, up to the next level, and really, learn what aspects of a contact lens you can change to get that desired result. So, yes, you've got the science, but then the art of modification of a contact lens is just, amazing. So, yes, lucky to be a third generation, but really lucky that my mentor, my father, took me under his wing and showed me the benefits and what we can do. It's
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
That's awesome. Yeah, really, really appreciate it. That's great. Tell me about the International Society. What do you love most about this group of colleagues and friends?
So the International Society of Contact Lens Specialists, I was lucky to be invited to join this group quite some years ago. And when I joined, the group of men and ladies there were the gurus. These guys and girls wrote the contact lens textbook. So it was pretty amazing when I first joined, because some of these guys who and girls unfortunately passed on now, but they wrote the contact lens textbooks, and it was pretty amazing, because here I am, this little optometrist from Perth, and with these gurus, these people who have written the textbook, designed lenses. It was a real spin out. And then I was asked some years ago, would I join the council and gradually, move my way through, and I was vice president for a number of years, and then I've recently, 2 weeks ago in Washington, became president of this amazing organisation.
Wow.
The lectures are fantastic, but it's the networking that you do in the breaks and talking to people at dinner about what they do in their practice, which is like, wow, I've never thought of that. Let's try this and try that, which takes it to another level, because yes, you learn things in the lectures of new technology, but what you do in your room is different to what an academic might talk to you about in their research.
Yeah, absolutely. That perspective that they've got, just to add a different way of thinking about a patient.
You're right. It's a different. I think of what I do is pretty normal, but then, when you talk to other colleagues and they're doing something similar or a little bit of a different twist, you think, wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I need to introduce that and go back to my practice and talk to my colleagues and say, listen, why don't we try this? Yeah, it's really special.
Fantastic. Yeah. And you were one of 2 optometrists awarded the Herschel Medal?
Yes, that's right. So Caroline Bernard-Hott also was awarded the Herschel at this meeting. The Herschel Award is awarded every now and then. It's not at every conference or congress. It just really depends on what someone might have done. I mean, I was lucky enough to be awarded this for some of my charity work that I've done through Sight for All charity out of Adelaide, where I've gone to Vietnam and Cambodia and taught how to fit scleral lenses, maybe to paediatrics, maybe to babies, which we can talk about later on.
Yeah, fantastic. And you've invested so much effort and energy in contact lens publications and journals and books and lecturing as well over the years.
Yes. A couple of years ago, Melissa Barnett asked me to contribute to a new Scleral publication. Right. So there's this magnificent book. So I've written or contributed a chapter and a half, and that was published last year. So there's same again. There's a handful of, 2 handfuls of contact lens gurus who specialise in contact lens in sclerals and mini sclerals who have contributed to this particular publication.
Fantastic.
So very honoured to be asked.
That's awesome. And you're the first Australian president of the International Society.
Yeah, which is a great honour. So we're 65 years old, and I'm the first Australian president, which is just fantastic to be involved in such an amazing group. But to be the first Australian president is great for a little optom in downtown Perth.
Fantastic. Congratulations on your achievement, on being elected, on your award. Yeah. And thank you for all the investment that you put into helping your patients.
Look, it's a pleasure. It's fantastic where I think I'm just doing my basic run-of-the-mill contact lens fit, and you can take patients from not being able to have a job, drive a car, to an amazing quality of life. And it's when you stand back and think, wow, you've taken someone from, I have one patient who tells me I'm not allowed to retire because without me he would be basket weaving, and I can then get, he drives, he holds down a job, and he just thinks, I'm amazing. And from my point of view, I think I'm just doing what I should be doing in improving the quality of his life. So it is pretty special when you stand back and think about some of the things that we do for our patients.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It's amazing.
Thank you for helping your patients, and I'm sure your dad's very proud of your achievements.
I'm sure he is, yeah.
Yes. Oh, thanks so much, Damon, for talking to us today.
Thanks, Lee. Thank you for your time.
Great.